ఫ్లీట్ రివ్యూలో భాగంగా భారత నౌకాదళం అధిపతి అడ్మిరల్ ఆర్కే ధోవన్ మీడియాతో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ప్రత్యక్షంగా చూద్దాం.
I must welcome the chiefs and heads of delegations from navies across the world who have come together at Visakhapatnam to strengthen bridges of friendship. And one look out of the window at the blue waters of the Bay of Bengal, with all the ships lined up at the renewed anchorage, is a pointer to indicate that we may be separated by geography, but we are certainly united by the oceans. And you're all aware, fleet review is an old naval and a maritime tradition. In India, this is our 11th fleet review, the first one having been conducted in 1953, soon after independence. A fleet review was conducted in India once during the tenure of the President. The last international fleet review was conducted on Mumbai in 2001, during which 29 navies of the world participated. We are delighted to welcome navies from about 50 countries. A series of activities have been planned as part of the International Fleet Review. Yesterday, we inaugurated the Maritime Exhibition by the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Chandrababu Naidu. The aim of the Maritime Exhibition was to showcase the steps and the efforts taken by the Indian Navy towards indigenization, innovation, and to display the skills of the youth of our country. The blueprint of the future Indian Navy is firmly anchored on self-reliance and indigenization. Currently, we have 46 ships and submarines under construction, all of them in Indian shipyards, both public and private. A lot of effort has been taken by us to indigenize in the float, the boom, as well as the white component. We have outlined the science and technology roadmap in coordination with the Defense Research and Development Organization. We have articulated an indigenization plan for the next 15 years and shared it with the industry. It is our endeavor to progressively increase the indigenous content so that future warships and submarines can be 100% made in India. A visit to the Maritime Exhibition will give you some insights on the efforts taken by the Navy, indeed by our industry, some technical institutions. We also try to display the efforts taken by the Navy towards our green initiatives, towards a clean and a green Navy. We're looking at alternate aspects of biofuels, something that we need to learn from some of the advanced navies, the United States of America, which is far, far ahead in this field. In our own humble way, tomorrow at the Fleet Review, you will see some of our FICs marked in the center.
ఇప్పుడు ప్రకటనలు.
స్కాట్ 3 times 7 ని 35 చేసేయి. ఇంకా టిఫిన్ టైం ని 10 o'clock చేసేయి. 11 వరకు చాలా ఆకలి వేస్తుంది.
వాళ్ళకి మీరు కేవలం పాలిచ్చి స్కూల్ కి పంపిస్తున్నారా? కొంచెం సాలెడ్ కూడా ఇవ్వండి. కెలాగ్స్ కార్న్‌ఫ్లేక్స్ వంటిది. ధాన్యం ఇంకా ఆయన్ ఉన్న సాలెడ్ కాంబో. ధాన్యంతో కడుపు నిండుతుంది, ఆయన్ మెదడుని చురుకు చేస్తుంది.
10 + 5 + 7 = 22. చూసావా గాడ్, ఇవాళ నో మిస్టేక్. ఇంకా ఆకలి కూడా వేయలేదు.
ఎక్కడ ఉన్నా ఏం చేస్తున్నా నీ చేతుల్లో ఉంది ఫన్ టైం, నీ పాకెట్ లో ఉంది ఆసమ్ గేమ్. ఆడుకో ఆడుకో అలసిపోని బాది ఆట, ఆడుకో ఆడుకో అంతేలేని ఉల్లాసం ఇచ్చే ఆట. ఆడుకో ఆడుకో అందరిది ఈ రమ్మి ఆడుకో.
ఆన్లైన్ లో రమ్మి ఆడండి, అంతులేని డబ్బు గెలుచుకోండి. ఎక్కడైనా ఎప్పుడైనా on rummycircle.com.
సండే
నేను
లిసన్, ఇట్స్
ఓవర్ ఇంకా ఈ లవ్ బైట్.
కానీ నువ్వు జిడ్డుగాడివి.
జిడ్డు
ఆహారాన్ని పళ్ల మధ్య అతుక్కొనివ్వకు. ఆర్బిట్ ఉంచుతుంది పళ్లను శుభ్రంగా మరియు ఆరోగ్యంగా. ఈ డ్రింక్ చూ ఆర్బిట్.
విశాఖలో జరుగుతున్న ఫ్లీట్ రివ్యూలో భాగంగా భారత నౌకాదళం అధిపతి అడ్మిరల్ ఆర్కే ధోవన్ మీడియాతో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ప్రత్యక్షంగా చూద్దాం.
Manned by the cadets, Tarangini, as you know, has recently returned after visiting 17 ports and 13 countries in various parts of Europe, where she took part in various tour races. And this was an ideal opportunity for our cadets to get their sea legs as they encountered some of the worst weathers in various seas that they operated in. We will also have INS Madhai, our sailing vessel, and this tomorrow, as you will see, will be manned by our women officers who are training to be the first Indian women crew to circumnavigate the earth. Madhai is currently under the skipper of Commander Dhowan, who has already done this feat some years ago, and now the women officers are being trained to carry out this great act in a few years from now. We will also have our marine commandos who will be out at sea. We will have the mobile columns of ships as well as submarines. As I mentioned, we will have our green force, as we call them, the FICs, which are now operating on some percentage of biofuels. We will also have the other activities which are related to the seminar on partnerships for a secure maritime future. As you all know, the seas around us are gaining newfound importance as each day goes by because of their linkages with the blue economy. And I have no doubt that the current century is the century of the seas. Global maritime partnerships and networking among navies are therefore emerging as the new order in the 21st century. And therefore, the safety, stability and security of the global commons is the shared responsibility of the coastal states, and this responsibility falls on the shoulders of men in white uniform, because the navies and the coast guards need to keep the seas safe and secure, and this can best be achieved through a cooperative and a collaborative approach. And this will be the theme of our seminar, which will be inaugurated by the Honorable Defence Minister, Shri Manohar Parrikar, who will be present here as well. We will have the other activities related to the operational demonstration, which will be there on the 7th, where Ramakrishna Beach, which you can all see, will come alive, and the Navy will demonstrate various aspects of its operational capabilities, where the Honorable Prime Minister and the other dignitaries will be the chief guests for the occasion. India is a maritime nation with a natural outflow towards the seas, and the Indian seaboard has been the vortex of intense maritime activity over centuries. The Indian Navy has tried to put India's glorious maritime heritage spanning over 5,000 years into a book that we have titled India's Maritime Heritage. This book
will cover various aspects of our seafaring traditions, the culture, aspects of our shipbuilding, aspects of our ports and harbors, and taking us down to India as a resurgent maritime nation that it is today. This book on India's maritime heritage will be released by the Honorable Prime Minister of India during the city parade. This book is being brought out both in English as well as Hindi, and it will also have an e-version where a free download of the book will be available to all. The aim is to project and make our great country aware of our rich maritime heritage which spans over centuries. We will have the International City Parade where we look forward to the participation of all our guests, and we will have contingents from navies across the world. This again would be a feature to see the rich cultures and traditions from different parts of the world being displayed on the beach road at Ramakrishna Beach, where the Honorable Prime Minister will be the chief guest, and of course followed by an air display and aspects related to fireworks and illumination. We will have an aspect where we will have the closing ceremony, which has been planned on the 8th of February, where we will also have an international band concert. And again, the navies and the sailors and officers will all be together to display the aspect related to strengthening of bridges of friendship. As we sail out, or as ships of Navy sail out, we will have the opportunity for passage exercises where the crews of various ships will have the opportunity to display their professional skills, and this would increase our aspects of mutual cooperation and interoperability. Visakhapatnam is truly the city of destiny. I say this because 15 months ago, this city was hit by a super cyclone Hudud. When I visited the command, it appeared like a devastation zone. Everything was virtually destroyed. The Navy base alone, we lost 50,000 trees. And we looked at various aspects, but then, as I said, the word impossible does not exist in the dictionary of the personnel of the Eastern Naval Command, which rose to the occasion. The entire naval community stood up and restored the Eastern Naval Command to its pristine glory. Here I must also thank the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh and the people of Visakhapatnam, who have shown some great spirit in making Visakhapatnam one of the most beautiful locations for the International Fleet Review. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome all of you for the International Fleet Review, and we look forward to greater interactions in the series of activities that are planned in the days ahead. Thank you.
Okay, gentlemen, we will have a quick interaction session, and you have to introduce yourself. This is for the media. Your name, media organization. Restrict your question to one only. Mr. Bana. Can't hear.
Louder.
Thanks very much, Admiral.
Just keep it away, sir.
Yes, yes. Fine. I just wanted to ask you whether you can give us a sense of the preparations which went into holding an event of this sort. Who decides on the venue? Who decides on the timing of this? And my second question is, what is the progress on the P-75I?
Okay.
Sorry.
A very good question as to what are the preparations that go along it to organize an event of this scale. I've been asked this question many times, is how do you propose to handle this huge mega event, how can it be made possible? I said that the only way it can be made possible is when the entire naval community, officers, sailors, civilians, families, both serving and retired, play host to this event. And that is exactly why we are where we are, because every single individual in the Navy has worked together, pulled on the oars together, and got us where we are, especially, as I said, 15 months ago when we were in a dire straits after Hudud. I must also commend the command, the Commander-in-Chief, his entire team. We had a team working at Naval Headquarters under the Flag Officer Fleet Review, and I think the best part was that everyone worked in synergy. We must also thank the Government of India, the Defence Minister, the Honourable Prime Minister, the Honourable President, who gave their wholehearted support, because what I took forward to them was only a proposal, and I think I got the full support from them for the conduct of the review at the scale it is. We got all the necessary approvals, and I think it's been a collective effort. What goes on into conducting an event of this size is huge activity, because it is attention to detail, both micro and macro. But as I said, the way we've achieved it is by collective and a cooperative effort with the people of Visakhapatnam, with the local administration, with the state administration, with the entire government machinery. Large number of ministries are involved, whether it's Ministry of Civil Aviation, Ministry of Shipping. We got a great cooperation from the Visakhapatnam Port Trust. We had aspects related to our cultural ministry, the Ministry of Post and Telegraphs. So there are many agencies. But I think the reason, and we're looking forward, we've done all the preparations, let's see how it goes. But it's all been possible because of the collective effort of all. You asked about the 75 India. Well, as you're aware, this is at an advanced stage where the decision is with the government. All the preparatory actions with regard of construction of 6 additional submarines in India. That is what 75 India is going to be. But the aspects of the final decision is with the government, and we look forward to some decision on that very shortly.
Pranay.
Well, Dhowan, this is Pranay Padhya from IBM 7. My question is regarding at a time when international waters are simmering with the tensions in South China Sea, in Persian Gulf and other areas, what message this event hosted by India gives to the international community, and is it a direct message that in the global commons it is the collective responsibility to hold the maritime security and reduce the tensions?
Well, I would like to say that the security, stability and safety in the global commons is the collective responsibility of coastal states and indeed the navies of the world. No single navy is robust enough to carry out or provide safety and security of the global commons on its own. Therefore, the maritime medium lends itself to cooperation. And this is where it is the responsibilities of the men in white uniform, the navies and the Coast Guard, to come up with cooperative mechanisms so that we can provide that safety, security and stability. That is why there is a focus on aspects of networking between the navies. That is why global maritime partnerships are emerging as the new order in the current century. And that indeed is the theme of the International Fleet Review, that we are united by the oceans. United by the oceans to make sure that we make the global commons safe and secure. The presence of nearly 50 countries here for this fleet review is a pointer and indicator towards that the navies cooperate with each other. The maritime medium lends itself for cooperation, and I think that's the message which every country or every navy will carry back. We are delighted, we are very proud, and we are indeed humbled and grateful to all the chiefs, all the heads of delegations who are here representing their respective countries, and will provide the avenues for cooperation and enhancing the cooperation between our navies and indeed our great countries.
Vishnu. Admiral Vishnu Shom from New Delhi Television. So you've got so many ships out and it's looking absolutely fantastic, ships from across the world. How difficult a challenge has it been for you to organize safety and security for this fleet, particularly since threats are sometimes unconventional threats, so many ships in close proximity?
You're absolutely right. The challenges in the maritime domain are as wide and varied as they come. Who imagined that in the 21st century we would be grappling with pirates? But I think the navies of the world united against that threat as well, and we managed to get piracy under control. The other major threats which loom large are the aspects of asymmetric warfare and maritime terrorism. The seas are certainly not a benign medium anymore, and any innocuous fishing boat can be a source of threat. So to organize and ensure the safety and security of our ships, our submarines, the ships of the Coast Guard, the Merchant Marine, and indeed the ships of our friends of navies from across the world, this has been a huge challenge. We have surveillance which is carried out from the air, and indeed, as must have been noticed by our friends, all our maritime aircraft have welcomed our ships, the ships from other countries, as they entered into the region through various choke points in the Indian Ocean region. So we've had to have various tiers of security arrangement, both in the harbor, outside the harbor, deployment of our ships, deployment of our other assets, and indeed to have a network of security and different tiers build up to see that the event goes off smoothly and without a hitch.